Hey, beautiful shining stars. So, I wanted to create this video because I feel like it's really important to find out how we do have blocks in our lives that sabotage our manifestations. And I came across a post today that to ask about that. This beautiful person writes, does anyone have any tips and tricks to get rid of blocks? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then I'm reading the comments, and then I read one that says the only blocks you have are the ones that you believe you have. And then she talks about how she uses Reiki. And then someone else wrote that this one blew me away. This one really blew me. She said, blocks are not real. I have a post about this. She shares a post about this. So I don't discredit anybody. I actually even tell you when you come to my videos and my channel that you take everything with a grain of salt and that you follow your intuition. I apologize. That was a call that I got. So she wrote that blocks are not real, right? And the one I wrote about blocks being mental, totally agree. Our mind is our power, is our God, right? It's our higher self energy and vibration. But a lot of us think it's like our mind is kind of like the brain, which is not. Our mind kind of generates throughout our whole body, which is crazy. But that's a whole other video that we get into. So like I said, take everything that I share with you, as it is fits your self, your truth, what you need. Okay. Don't give anybody power. Don't give anybody credit unless it synchronizes and zings with you. For example, we all live different vibrations, different realities. We're all working on different timelines, regardless that we think it's all physical and it's all 3D. It actually isn't. This is why the Mandela effect is so real. So when you hear people tell you that, discredit things like, she's asking how to get rid of blocks, and then somebody's there saying, well, they're not real. Like, think about how that makes that person feel, because then she thinks, well, maybe I'm crazy, or, so it kind of like, I feel like, as, teachers of spirituality, and we want to give the best possible advice, and we don't want to discredit anyone. We don't want to tell them that what they think is a lie, because everything is real. Everything is real. Everything is possible. So, um, which is another girl that she's like, she didn't say anything against any of the ones writing that blocks were fake. But she did say, well, I too teach Reiki, and I do not believe that blocks are not real. And then she shares her wisdom, but it was very loving, very positive, and very, very informative. So I'm going to share with you what I personally think about blocks and how to get rid of them. So first of all, blocks, yes, are very mental. I'm going to tell you why. Um, for a very long time, my mom worked with a lot of individuals that did a lot of witchcraft. And in that circle, you have people that do light witchcraft and you have people that do negative witchcraft. And you don't have to tell you to go far. If you go to Etsy or Instagram or any social media, you have a lot of people that are looking for like revenge spells or curse spells or vanquish spells or breakup spells, right? So you're going to have people that are going to be doing negative vibrational things. Now, this is spells, right? But think about the people that are jealous of you, that are envious, that are hating, that are just so many dislikes, right? Now, here's another thing that I want to show you. Think about celebrities and stuff like that. They get a lot of hate, yet they're still doing good. And there's a reason for that. It's because we could disempower the energy of blocks, the energy of negative energy and vibration. So if somebody's trying to send you a lot of negative energy, we could connect into that higher self reality and release, sorry, I'm not saying release anymore, let go of all those vibrations, vanquish all those vibrations from your frequency. Because again, we are in different energies, lifestyles, and timelines and realities. So, per se, I don't like to watch the news because I don't like to give energy to all the fear that they like to give the world. So, I don't give anything to that. No thoughts, none of my none of my time, which is very precious, which is my most precious thing. Okay, so how do we unblock? Let's per se somebody casts an evil spell on you, or you're working with a coworker who's very jelly because you have an amazing romantic partner, or you just won the lottery, or whatever. You just bought a Coach bag. So how you do that? Of course, I love crystal magic. I love, love, love crystal magic. I like to wear certain crystals, to keep me balanced, especially when you are around a lot of people. I'm very sensitive. So I'm always wearing crystals, different type of crystals, always, always. And these kind of create a vibration and frequency around my aura. And what I do is at night, I generally take them off and put them on a windowsill so the moon could work its magic to clear, ignite, energize, and then the sun also recharges, ignites, and gives it this beautiful sun energy, which is the essence of life, because we need the sun, because if not, we'd be frozen, right? Okay, so again, so much information. Those are one of the ways. Another way that I do is sea salt baths. Sea salt baths in the ocean, sea salt baths in your bathroom. Also shower. You could do sea salt shower scrubs. What happens is the salt has this vibration of kind of like, it's almost like a vacuum that just soups in all of this toxin. If you scientifically look it up, they'll tell you that it absorbs the toxins out of your system, and then it kind of melts away in the water, and then you let it go through the drain, right? Spiritually, I see like the salt, and you can see this. Remember, your mind is very powerful. You could see the little particles of the salt as you shower or bathe, just absorbing all of those lower vibrations, and feel as the beautiful energy of the water is cleansing you, and feel all of this energy just leave through the drain. Now, when I was a teacher, this is something Sylvia Brown did as well as a teacher. I actually learned this method, was very inspired by this method because of Sylvia Brown. So she would say that when Monday came around, her students were very jittery, or like she could see, because she could see the aura. So there was like a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety, So what she would do is, before they would get into the lessons, before they started their actual days, on Mondays, very specifically on Mondays, she would have the kids do breathing. She would say, okay, kids, today let's do our exercises. And she would say, let's breathe in all of this beautiful energy, positive energy. And the kids would take these beautiful deep breaths in to just, absorb all that beautiful positive energy. It's like, now you're going to let go of like all those yucky energies. Like, she would talk to them in a very kind of, because you couldn't, in school you can't talk about God or spiritual guides and all that stuff, so it has to be very exercise. So we're gonna just get rid of all the yuckiness, all the stress and stuff like that. So she would do this with the kids for like a couple of minutes, especially on Mondays. It was like her way, and she says that it was crazy how she would notice that like right after that the kids would be different. They were like more calm. They would understand the lessons more. She said she knew that when kids couldn't understand lessons, she would have them like do like breathing exercise. Sometimes it was because they didn't eat. Kids would get to school and they wouldn't have a good breakfast, so she would make sure that she had like snacks and stuff for them, to make sure that the kids, because if you're hungry, you can't think. You're thinking about your hunger. Hello, it's kind of like normal part of life. So breathing is such a powerful way to get rid of anxiety. When I'm super stressed, especially like when I have too much going, I will come into my little sacred spot, and I just kind of close the door to everything, and I just sit down and I'll breathe. Usually my spiritual guides will be like, you need to meditate right now. You need to meditate right now. So I know I need to stop what I'm doing, because I am, in a bit of a muck energy. And then I'll just like close the door, and I'll have like solfeggio. Like right now I have the 963 high frequency God frequency that they call on this video in the background. So you want to kind of, when you do these different unblockings, it's kind of more so, what is it you're trying to unblock? Is it a mental block? Is it an energy that maybe somebody sent you? is it past ancestral blocks? Then we get into the deeper, hardcore type of stuff, okay? And I want to share this with you. I think it's so and so important that I share this with you, and I'll tell you why. Do you don't know how many times as a spiritualist, people come to my shop and they tell me, this psychic wants to charge me $5,000 because they say that I have a curse from whatever, and that I need $5,000. She's going to get rid of this curse. You do not know how many times I hear that. Now, like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. Some people do have some crazy mojo in their life. Sometimes it is ancestral. Think about your great great granddaddy being, and this is going to sound horrible, I'm not going to say that, just being somebody not good. Maybe your great 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 daddy, it was a villain. Okay, so he put a lot of negative mojo into the vibration of your ancestry, because your great granddaddy was not a good person. Now, this doesn't mean that your life is going to be shit. This doesn't mean that his actions are your actions. What it means is that you get the negativity because of what people think, of the cause and effects of what they did. Think about your parents and your grandparents, just kind of putting all of these beliefs and systems in your life, so that it does cause blocks. So you want to cast that out of you. Okay. And I shared this with my scripting class. This is another part of the language that we are working on in the class that's coming in February. So you want to cast that energy out, or cancel it out, or delete it. These are all very simple yet extraordinarily powerful ways to get rid of things that are sabotaging you. Now, if it gets too intense, I love me some candle magic. I will candle magic some crazy shit out of my life. Of course, a lot of you guys don't know how to do that, and then this is why you come to spiritualists. But that shouldn't cost you $5,000, okay? At the most, a few $100s, okay? Maybe $1,000 if they're doing like energy, like distant Reiki and stuff like that. Again, some people are really good at the work. I'm not saying that it's not worth the $5,000. I'm kind of like balancing out the be careful, because you're going to have scammers that are they are intuitive, so they know that they know that you're coming to them because you have a problem. So they're going to tell you that your problem is because of XYZ, especially since witch talk in COVID was such a hit, with so many people coming out of their spiritual closets and starting their spiritual business. And then you have all of these individuals around the world that want to take advantage of that. You don't know how many, even me, that I have like a very minuscule following, and never say that. I have a very exclusive following, and I still have had scammers message my participants in my community. I even had one of my bestie clients, and she says that she didn't notice until the scammer said something to her, like dear one or something, and she's like, Daisy doesn't talk like that. And she's like, you're not Daisy. I've known Daisy for almost a decade and a half. You're not Daisy. So it's like they will message you, and they'll copy everything. Like I went to the pages because they showed me, like, of course my client showed me, and I was like, oh my God. And if you scroll down and saw my pictures, they just change like the name a little bit. They'll add a little at or underscore. So it's very like almost like you can't really tell, because it's not like you're like remembering everybody's social media handles, right? So I'm sharing this because, first, so you couldn't block, and second, so you could just be aware, because right now, especially what happens when everything becomes like so expensive, people get desperate. And, I always say, don't send them negativity either, because you don't know their situation. You don't know why they're doing what they're doing. They might have starving children. So, like, when they tried to scam me, the page that tried to scam me, of course, I messaged them and I told them it wasn't nice. and I blocked them, and then of course I let my exclusive team know. But I never send them any hate, any anger, anything like that, because again, why are people doing stuff like that? You never know. Some people are complete assholes. Absolutely, you're right. But some people are going through a hard and rough time. So do not judge. I always say that is a higher energy for yourself to be the bigger and the better person, and just delete those people, cancel them out. So the same thing you do with blocks, and we're gonna do an unblocking, because why would I do this without unblocking you, right? All right, so I want you to get into a very comfortable position. We're gonna zen out. So I like for you, if you possibly can, to either sit or lie down. If you are feeling that, like you feel tired, I would recommend that you sit, take off your shoes, and place them on the ground. If you have crystals, if you have crystals, grab your crystal, and I'm using my beautiful amethyst because it's one of my faves. My dad got me this amethyst, and it has a lot of healing points. So I love, love, love working with crystals. So I'm just going to hold the energy of my crystal. And of course, this energy is emanating. So I'm going to send this frequency out to you, because amethyst is a healing, high vibrational crystal. And what I love is that it's not expensive, even though this one costs $150, because it's different. See all the colors and everything. Very beautiful. And you know that this probably came from a big geode. So get comfortable. And then we're going to start with some breathing. And whenever you're ready, you could close your eyes. You want to keep them open, it's fine. But I recommend that you close your eyes, because you want to drop down into your heart chakra. And we're going to take some deep breaths. Take a deep breath in. And then you're going to let go. I just exhale all of that has been kind of stale, that rut energy that maybe has clogged you, little fragments on your chakra and aura. Just let all that go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And you notice that my breathing is very deep and very loud. So you're going to inhale positive prana. Exhale all toxins. So you almost feel like the energy, like that oxygen is also coming out of your solar and even sacral chakra. Just inhale positive high frequency energy. Exhale when no longer fits. Once again, inhale that positive God source energy. Exhale when no longer serves you. And then we're going to start to breathe in a little more naturally. So breathe through your nose. Let go through your mouth. And with each breath, you're going to drop to your heart chakra. It's almost like the oxygen has moved into your heart chakra. So as your breath continues to relax and you become more serene and more tuned with your breathing, if any thoughts enter that are unwanted, just send them on a little boat. Create this little sailboat in a vast ocean. Place all those thoughts inside, and with your breath, watch it float away. And just align with the breathing. Let everything be very serene as we call Archangel Michael into our beautiful vibration and frequency. Archangel Michael, we invoke your presence and energy. We Ask that you use your golden sword energy for anything and everything that no longer serves us to be completely canceled and deleted from our lives. Feel as Archangel Michael is around you. Know that you are safe and protected. Some of you might see tints of blues, others you might feel a little heat or warmth. This is all normal. Feel as his energy surrounds you and engulfs you in this serenity, this purified energy of safety, almost like a spiritual safety blanket. And we're going to start at our crown chakra. And we're going to cleanse with the light. Beautiful Archangel Michael is holding this radiant sphere of white light in his hand. And he's going to pass it over to you. And this white light from your hands is going to roll all the way up to your crown chakra. And it's going to clear, cleanse any and all obstacles or blocks or lower vibrational energies from your divine body. Feel as the light moves down into your third eye, this beautiful sphere of positive, radiant, loving light. Feel as your third eye is being cleansed and cleared. Now your intuition is more heightened. You could have better guidance, clear dreams, visions. Visualize is more clear, more knowledgeable, more illustrations, more lucid and vivid. Feel as this beautiful energy goes down into your nose. Believe it or not, this is a beautiful energy because the sense of smell is also an intuitive, guided, emotional energy for you to understand and acknowledge what is being shown to you. Feel as this radiant light moves down to your mouth. This is the power center because these are the words that you speak that create your reality. Feel as this beautiful sacred sphere goes down to your throat chakra. This is where your truth is told. This is where you are divine goddess, divine masculine, where you speak your truth, where you are assertive, but you are loving, where you compromise and balance. So you could declare what you want, what you intend, desire in a loving manner. Feel as the sphere drops down now to your heart chakra. This is the center of manifestations. Through our heart chakra, we amplify through the energy of love. See as the sphere rolls around your heart chakra and unblocks any and all lower vibrations. Those are completely out of your divine body. Feel as this beautiful sphere drops down to your solar plexus. This is like right over your belly button. As it swirls in a rainbow of colors and cleanses and clears not only your physical body, but your spiritual body. Feel as it goes down to your sacral chakra. This is your sexual, but your very creative center. As it cleanses and clears all obstacles, especially traumas from childhood and past lives. All of that energy is canceled and let go of. Feel as it rolls all the way down through both of your legs, all the way down to your root chakra. as you are being grounded with the core energy, as this beautiful now sphere light moves all around in a circular motion around your body from your feet all the way up, slowly and gently, making sure that you are aligned and synchronized with your intentions and desires, all the way up to your crown chakra. Allow your breathing to continue as this is the essence of life. Feel the serenity, the purification, as you are now in alignment with the frequency of love, of acceptance, of receiving, of synchronicity, of accepting all that you intended and desired that you will receive in your now radiant physical moment. You are now in receptive mode, almost like a magnet, in tune and synchronized. So everything that you have wanted now starts to enter your radiant life, starting at this precise moment in time. So no matter where you are or when you're watching, you are here in the physical now, synchronized and energized, all high frequency balanced. You are completely in the vibration of your higher self, in alignment, in tune, in receptive mode of only your intentions and desires, your blessings, the universal favor for all of the things that have been maybe almost there, but not quite there. Now they are on their way. Now they are synchronized with you and only you. And know that nothing or no one can stop this, because you are radiant, and Archangel Michael is going to continue on this path with you on this journey in alignment. So whenever you feel that you need a jolt of energy, just come right back into this space. You could take it with you and use it anywhere at any time. When you're ready, you could go back into your physical space, slowly breathing. Wiggle your toes and your fingers when you're